Hello, fellow scouts. Today we're going to talk about how compasses work and what orienteering is exactly. So, orienteering, it's by definition, is a cross-country race in which participants use a highly detailed map and a compass to navigate their way through an unknown obstacle course or just a course. So how a compass would work is compasses work because magnetic fields and they affect the thin little needle, north and south needle inside of a compass. So that way they face north and one faces south, even though the magnetic North Pole isn't directly on the North Pole. The same goes for the South Pole and the magnetic South Pole. But if you're going to use an orienteering compass, then you'd have to say if you wanted to go west, which is 270 degrees, you gotta do these few steps. First, you gotta rotate the compass housing until the W, or the 270 degree mark, lines up with the direction of travel arrow. And then second, you'd want to hold the compass flat in front of your stomach and turn your body until the northern arrow lines up with the northern orienteering arrow. And then the third and final step would be travel in the direction of travel arrow points. And then also, while you're walking in the direction that the arrow points, don't focus on the compass. You focus on the compass, you might end up falling, or you might trip, and then your paces speed up a little bit, or you cut a pace, or you do a half a pace extra, it messes up everything, and then you gotta go back and restart the entire thing. And then paces, just to explain that, those are just, say you want to measure 100 yards with your paces, then you'd start at one point at the very beginning before you even get to 1 yard. You start at the very beginning, and then you start off with your left foot or your right foot. If you're doing your left foot, if you start off with your left foot and then you step, and then with that step, count each time your right foot hits the floor or the ground. And then your pace, amount of paces it takes you to go certain distances over certain terrains of land. Like if it's flat, you're going to travel it faster versus uphill or downhill. Your paces are all going to be different. This is my lesson on orienteering and using compasses. Here is the lesson sheet.